He was so broken. So utterly devoid of hope. He had to make the impossible choice. He had to sell his best friend. His only loyal companion. For $25 damn dollars. $25. To buy another day of misery. To survive another breath of a life he despised. This is not a movie script. This is the truth. This is the story of Sylvester Stallone. Before he became Rocky. Before he became a legend. This is the story of a man who looked rock bottom in the eyes. And refused to blink. The cold grip of hunger. The gnawing emptiness of defeat. He carried it all. Every rejection, every slammed door, every judgment. The world had told him he was nothing. A nobody. A failure. They sought his birth defect, the facial paralysis that twisted his mouth and slurred his speech, and they wrote him off. He was just another broken dream. Rotting in the forgotten corners of New York. But deep within that broken man, beneath the layers of despair, a single ember refused to die. A whisper of a dream that still burned. You think your struggles are unique? Try being born with a crushed nerve, leaving half your face paralyzed. Try a childhood scarred by neglect, bouncing between foster homes like a discarded toy. From day one, the odds were stacked against him. Society's verdict? Defective. Slow. Ugly. He learned early that life wasn't fair. It was a fight. A brutal, relentless, unforgiving brawl. And he was always the underdog. Always. He chased the elusive dream of acting. Audition after audition. Each one a fresh wound. They laughed at his voice. They scorned his appearance. Not leading man material, they sneered. Go home. Give up. The rejections weren't just about his talent, they were personal. Attacks on his very being. He starved. He slept in bus stations. He worked minimum wage, scrubbing cages in a zoo, delivering fish. Just to cling to the fading hope. Each no was a punch to the gut. Each setback a kick to the teeth. He was a ghost. Invisible. Undesirable. The world had nothing for him, and frankly, he had nothing left to give. He was evicted. Homeless. Desperate. He lived on the streets of New York, sleeping rough, begging for scraps of food. The only thing he owned was the tattered clothes on his back and a dream. A tiny, stubborn, defiant dream that refused to die. Most men would have surrendered. Most men would have accepted their fate. But something deep inside him, something primal, screamed for more. Then, one night, a flicker. A heavyweight boxing match between Muhammad Ali and a journeyman named Chuck Wepner. Wepner, the ultimate underdog, was never supposed to stand a chance. But he kept getting up. He kept fighting. And in that moment, something clicked in Stallone's broken mind. It wasn't about winning. It was about enduring. It was about refusing to fall. It was about finding your voice, even if it was just a whisper. He saw himself in that ring. He saw his story. He went home. To his squalid apartment. And for 3 days. 3 relentless, agonizing, caffeine-fueled days. He poured his soul onto paper. No sleep. No food. Just the roar of inspiration and the fear of letting it slip away. He wrote a story of an ordinary man. A loser, a debt collector. Who found something within himself no one else could see. A man named Rocky Balboa. He wrote his own damn redemption. He wrote the fight he deserved. He had a script. A masterpiece. And Hollywood wanted it. The offers came. Big money. $100,000. Then $200,000. Then $300,000. More money than he had ever dreamed of. Enough to erase all his debt. Enough to buy back his dog. But there was a catch. He couldn't star in it. They didn't want him. They wanted the story. But not the face behind it. This was the ultimate test. Take the money. Or gamble everything. For the chance to embody his own damn creation. He refused. He said no. To $300,000. To the easy way out. They thought he was insane. Are you mad? They asked. You're a nobody. You'll never work in this town again. He stood firm. Because he knew. Deep in his bones. That this wasn't just a script. It was his soul. It was his voice. It was the only way he could tell the world who he truly was. This was the moment he chose belief over comfort. He chose his dream over a damn paycheck. He chose himself. When no one else would. He chose to live the very lesson he would later speak. It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. They finally relented. A paltry budget. A fraction of the original offer. But he got his chance. He got to be Rocky. The world watched. They saw a reflection of their own struggles, their own dreams. They saw a man who refused to quit. And the world responded. They lined up. They cheered. They cried. The impossible had happened. A film born from pure desperation. Was a phenomenon. The Academy Awards. The biggest stage. And the unthinkable happened. Rocky won Best Picture. The film they almost didn't make. The film that cost him everything. Brought him everything. But the real triumph? The one that mattered? He found the man he sold his dog to. And he paid him $15,000. To get his best friend back. $15,000 for a dog he once sold for $25,000. He didn't just win an Oscar. He won back his soul. He won back his dignity. He proved that sometimes the greatest victories are not just for yourself, but for the silent promises you make to your own heart. Look at him. Then look at yourself. What are you clinging to? What are you afraid to lose? He had nothing. Less than nothing. He was told he was worthless. He was starving. He was despised. Yet, he refused to sell his dream for a quick fix. He refused to let others define his potential. He believed in himself. When nobody else on this damn planet did. What's your excuse? What flimsy justification do you whisper to yourself to avoid the grind? You want to know the secret? It's not about talent. It's not about luck. It's about the relentless, agonizing, everyday choice to keep moving forward. Even when every fiber of your being screams for you to quit. Every champion was once a contender who refused to give up. Every single one. What fight are you avoiding? What dream are you letting rust in the shadows of your fear? This isn't just his story. It's a mirror. It's a challenge. You think you're tired? You think you're broken? He had literally nothing to lose. And still risked it all for a flicker of belief. Are you willing to sell your comfort? Your excuses? Your damn self-pity? Are you willing to endure the pain, the rejection, the loneliness? For the brief, beautiful moment when your truth finally breaks through? Are you willing to bleed for your dream? Or will you just sit there, watching someone else's triumph, and pretend you don't want it? This is your life. Your story. Not a damn movie. What will it say about you? Will it be a tale of surrender? Or will it be the impossible story of a relentless spirit who refused to give up, no matter the cost? The choice is yours. Always. What will you choose? Now go.